Hello and welcome back to Minecraft, Forgecraft MASH, Episode 4. I'm just here. I went and gathered just some of this stuff, got my stuff back, luckily. I was very disappointed still. So let's build some stuff. Funny enough, I think it only requires these two and it would give 2 ingots. I'm gonna go get a, actually I don't really need that, and have everything else I need. I have a bunch of stuff that, if you know what Tinker's Construct will do, yeah, I have it. Okay, unfortunately I need 2 items, which I unfortunately have yet to run into, even in this Extreme Hills. I think it was the Extreme Hills that had the emerald. And yeah, still don't have it. Other than that, actually, while that's waiting, I actually have something else I can be doing. Because right now, I haven't done as much technical stuff as I wanted. It's kind of sad. Where's the rest of that? I don't think it's in there. I think it's not in here. I made an iron chest because I could. This isn't going to be enough. But I'll still cook it anyway. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I forgot something already. Ugh. Uninsulated copper wire into insulated copper wire. And tin. Battery. I also need that should be enough. Need to get some energy flow in here, and I unfortunately probably don't have that much fuel left on the ways of that. Oh, I do. Ooh. Yeah, I got a lot of fuel there. That minium stone really came in handy for making those tree saplings, those jungle saplings. The manilium should be done by now. Yep. Oh, 1 ingot's worth of manilium. Oh well. It's a good thing I have a bunch of this stuff. Regardless, I need a pickaxe head made of manilium. I also need the tool rod. I'm going to need 2 tool rods. I don't know how that got in there. I don't have a blade cast, do I? Oh, that might mess me up, actually. That shouldn't be too bad. Okay, yeah. Most of what I need is done. I also need some cobblestone. Oh, that's also another thing I wanted. Two things with Tinker's Construct. 1, moss. The ball of moss is actually useful for... It's basically an upgrade. Machine block gives you generator. generators are basically your first bit of energy, and even later on they're still pretty good for what they're used for. I need 2 of these. I need the ingot cast, just because I can take some manilium into an ingot form. And that should be all of it. Good. Now I just need some aluminum brass, and I should be good. But for now, I can at least make this. And like last time, I'm going to rename it World Carver. Now it's reinforced 3, that means it's got, that's just because of the obsidian binding. That's pretty much the most required piece there. Is it's best to have obsidian because manilium has no benefits whatsoever. So if you don't use something here that has a benefit, you basically don't get a benefit. Okay, now, next thing I want to do with this, ball of moss. This will have auto repair. That's a pretty nice one. Next thing you want is a bunch of, basically just a bit of redstone and whatchamacallit, lapis lazuli. Make a few blocks of it, it just makes it a little bit faster. This one, it's usually, you only need 5 of these, so 5 and a little bit more, so yeah, that's pretty much it there. I need a blade cast, so I need some aluminum. I remember it was 3-to-1 ratio. And blank casts can be melted down if you accidentally make too many. I need a blade in there. I could have sworn I made a stone blade, but apparently I didn't. Stone sword blade. Yeah, apparently I didn't. Unfortunately, it takes a little bit longer. And that should be, yeah, molten brass, or molten aluminum brass. And what other pieces did I want? I wanted I want an arrowhead one. That's specifically something I really want. So I'm going to make an arrowhead here. Because steel arrowheads are pretty much the best one for the cheapest material. Even though they're not very cheap, they're still better than nothing. So I'm making a arrowhead mold. Or cast, or whatever it is. And let's work on this. This is luck. That's basically like fortune. And you want as much luck on it as possible. It can hold up to 450 lapis lazuli. So don't be afraid to use a lot of it. Because the more you get, the more you add on to this, the more you get back. So, and then this you can only store up to 50. This just increases mining speed, which is nice. And since I don't have the emerald, I don't have to worry about using the diamond and block of gold to give it an extra modifier. And there we go. That's good. This is pretty much as fast as they usually get, and I'm going to show you how fast it is, as well as it takes a lot to actually damage it. It has a very good chance of actually not being damaged, as well as it also has very little chance of it actually has a good chance of creating more than one like redstone, or more than the normal amount of redstone. See, I got 2 from that. That's not too bad. Pretty much I only have like what, fortune 3 or not fortune 3, fortune 1 or 2, just with a small amount of redstone I have. F7. As you can see, it's just mowing through it, and there's actually quite a bit of redstone on the ground there. I have 17. I got 4 from that. It's like not terribly good, but it's not terribly bad. Basically, you'll get it's more worthwhile, let's just say that. It's better to spend a little bit of lapis lazuli than it is to waste more drops. And there we go. I'll just probably mine through that eventually. And it's self-repairing, so that way, while I'm doing something else, it's only taking 1 damage technically, and that'll repair in a couple of seconds. And it's pretty fast, and it's actually suggested that you use moss on any manilium material, just because of the extreme cost and rarity of manilium versus the cost of just finding a dungeon, or even using some moss from, say, Biomes O'Plenty or something. Just any mod that allows you to get moss stone without having to find a dungeon would probably make it easier. I have the blade cast. I also have a manilium bar. I'm going to melt the manilium bar again, and I'm going to make the blade cast, and basically I'm just going to make a weapon of war. And yes, it takes a little bit of time to actually get these to fully repair themselves, but it's worthwhile. Also, if you notice that there's some more cobblestone, there was a bunch of zombies that were just annoying me, just driving me nuts. And they were like somewhere like right over there in a small pocket that was literally only just a couple blocks big. And so I had to track them down, and I really just tore up everything behind this smelter. Ah, come on. Yeah, unfortunately manilium takes forever to melt, like all these nether metals. Also, bone short bows are the most suggested, at least for me. I would suggest bone short bow because it's got the damage, and I guess it's more of a starter bow, but the wood bow, I mean, it's got more durability and it's faster, but overall the damage is lacking. And yes, the weapon, the arrows are based for the weapon, or better. but it's still suggested. Obsidian, reinforced 3, broadsword, manilium. It's got 3,600 durability, does 4 hearts of damage. Modifiers 3, those will probably be used up pretty fast. In fact, actually, before I go do that, I need 2 things. First thing I want is these need to be shut off immediately because they're going to blow up. Where did I put it? I know I got some extra ores on me. Other than this tin. No, I have the silver ore there. Just grind that up. I want... Why can I not remember? Recipe. Okay, it requires 3 batteries. I should actually have enough to... Oh, actually I don't, unfortunately. And it's only by a little bit, too. But yeah, these trees are just wondrous for the wood. Also, you can plant these nether saplings in the overworld. That's nothing. For IC2, this is a rubber tree. It's pretty much your basis for rubber. Usually, in fact, actually, do I have I think I have enough wood for a rubber tap. I should. Or tree tap, technically. There we go. Quickly going to speed through this. Tree tap. Tree tap's very useful item. Basically, it just allows you to tap trees. Basically, you want to click on these orange things. And it allows you to extract resin without having to chop the tree down, which I usually do anyway. If you want to really tap it out, you can keep clicking it and it'll damage the tree and possibly make it never return. Because those will return over time, but these aren't staying. I'm kind of selectively chopping these trees down anyway. Speaking of which, I need a better hatchet. But yeah, the sword itself is going to be my primary slaughtering weapon. Almost forgot it again. There's a reason I have a lot of this stuff, is because I have manilium tools. Ball of moss. The ball of moss is pretty much the most overpowered part of any of these. Also, I think I figured out how to make blocks of quartz. Yes. I had an issue last season where I couldn't remember how to make the blocks of quartz. I knew you can make them. Broadsword. Let's call it... just for fun. It's not like it really matters. Self-repair. And sharpness. Which, without it, or with it, it instantly gives an extra 0.5 hearts, which is an extra point of damage. That's basically 7 damage there. And I think if I grind this down for the most part, I'm pretty much going back to the nether anyway. 5 hearts of damage. I'm gonna max it out at probably around 5.5. There There we go, yeah, 5.5. This is pretty much the more overpowered weapon. It's not too overpowered, that's good. I will, however, be making it a, actually there's 3 things I need in addition to this. So I'm actually going to need a nether star, as well as some gold, diamond, all that stuff, because this is going to be one of the more expensive builds, but it's expensive weapons, but it's worth it. And as you can see, that thing's fully repaired itself. I also don't advise upgrading these daggers unless you're like putting a little bit of sharpness on it. I mean, these daggers, I mean, they don't break, so even if you throw it into oblivion, they still never break. As well as these arrows, they don't usually break. They have a chance of not being able to be picked up. Regardless, that's still pretty good. Now I wanted to... I have the resin. I'll cook that up. Why were these overheating if they had work to do? I'll never understand these machines. Seriously, I will never understand them. Oh, were they just building up energy in the pipes? That's happened before. It's something that I can't really fix. It's only with these types of pipes, though, which I prefer to go with thermal expansions, just because they are pretty good in how they do that. For now, I can at least make some tin. There we go. Alright, not make tin, I need to use some tin. By the way, I found out that the ghost wood fletching, not usable for what I wanted to do. Those aren't used for those types of arrows, those are just normal arrows. And yes, these are stackable as long as they don't hold any energy. I'm going to need some more wood. I'm going to need one more battery. And I should be ready. This is slightly expensive for early on, but you can usually handle it pretty easily. It doesn't require anything other than a little bit of copper. And this is basically this is the storage, your first storage. And what you want to do is usually like feed it charcoal for the most part. I don't know if I have any extra charcoal on hand. Feed it a good 5 or so charcoal in here. And I actually turned off the sound. It's apparently just deciding to give me the sound anyway. Because that is changed in the configs to not be giving sound. I'm guessing that's just another bug. Mods are full of bugs. Can't do it. You can never get them all. The next thing I want, like immediately, is just half of this really. I want to make a machine that makes at least some of this more bearable. I need an electronic circuit, don't I? Or maybe I don't. Let's see. I think I do. Yep, electronic circuit. That'll be fun. Unfortunately, that means I have to waste a little bit more time. Yeah, I don't know, there's a zombie somewhere. Don't care. Rain to you too. Luckily, these are pretty fast chopping trees. There we go. And luckily, these axes don't break. At least not permanently. And it's really cheap to repair these. It's only a piece of flint. Actually, this one did break, technically. Again, it only requires one bit of flint, and it repairs the entire thing. Pretty much, I no longer need any of my other tools, my other flint tools. The shovel, I would still suggest keeping something around there. I don't need that. I need this. Throw a piece of flint in. Throw your axe in. That's good. Later on, I'll be upgrading these instead of having to deal with them. I also want to get another thing running as well. How much did I get? 5. That's still not going to be enough. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Definitely not going to be enough. Unfortunately, finding enough of these rubber trees is annoying. Especially if they don't give you the tap. I didn't like a lot of these trees because they didn't give me a tap. Well, some of them did, but I just tapped it to show that you can tap them out. I know there's a lot of trees on this other side. I mean, they're like literally right there. Or maybe I'm thinking about a different part of the mountain. Oh, there's one there. 2 there. I just need one more resin and I should be good. Yeah, the mountain's not gonna let me up. And give me the tree. I'm also going to build a quarry this episode just because I can. Unfortunately, the cost of building a quarry will set me back a little bit, but those are worth it. They're always worth it. And I'll have to manually feed it though. And I'll be probably running off of these engines for now. Unfortunately. But nothing I can do about it. There we go. I'm also going to need another bit of that. Toss that in because I don't really need it. That. I need this refined ingot, iron ingot, or just refined iron. That I need 4 tree taps. Fortunately, I can't store that stuff. And that should be good. The extractor. I'll have to run this underground slightly to get the benefit of this. I'm pretty much just going to be using copper cabling here. Also, another thing you're probably going to need. Grab some copper here. Forestry adds a quick little thing for this. Actually, I only need and you can get that in this shape makes a wrench. I'm going to need slightly more cabling, and luckily I have enough via that. Might as well just take it. Unfortunately, copper is one of those things that really almost always I have an issue trying to find enough of early game. Now, copper wiring, not the most efficient, but it'll work. Basically, you want that there, and just run it all the way to your machines, which I only have one, and that's the extractor. And I need to actually get in through here. Yeah, you just see it just mows through that stuff. I need my wrench. And it still only took 1 damage. There we go. Technically I could just do this. This doesn't hurt anything. Just doesn't look as good. And technically I could have more. Cool. And I should have fully powered. Now if you throw just, you can even throw this rubber wood in and it'll extract rubber from that. It's a slow process, but you can deal with it. Let's get the, whatchamacallit, stuff. Quarry. Let's get the quarry going, or at least built. I'm gonna need more wood. Unfortunately, space is an issue, and I still have yet to find a single Certius quartz. Not one. This is actually insane. I have to go to a different biome, I think, because I'm not finding anything. And I know it's installed. I know it's in the world gen, so there should be no issue of why it is not working. It just should be working. And if I seem like I'm rambling, I probably am, because I'm very tired, unfortunately. Where is my stone? Hello. Oh, you no click. There. For some reason, right-clicking that is not working still. Iron. I'm going to need a lot more iron. I don't know why I have so little of it. I'm going to need pretty much almost a stack for this stuff. Okay, I'm going to need at least 7 of this. And okay, right-clicked worked on that one. I at least need 4 of these to be upgraded. And of that, I need 2 of them need to be upgraded. So it's a very expensive recipe, and it doesn't end there. Unfortunately, you also need a little bit more. You need a full diamond pick. And that's the expense of a quarry. I think it's just like this, diamond gears, and 1 redstone. That is a quarry. Now the good thing is, this by default can dig up a 16 by 16 area. That is a full chunk. And it goes straight to bedrock unless it hits lava, but it can also mine obsidian, so it's actually advised you put water. And I was trying to find some food. I'll just waste one, just to have full hunger. And I'm probably going to just put that on the not the plains, the taiga biome. So for now, I'm off. See you guys next time. And there's a skeleton. I'm actually going to kill him with a bone bow, because I can. And I should have arrows on me. Do I? No, I do not. I want to kill him. You can see with the... I guess you can't really see the difference between this and... Yeah, I usually go with this. I can, however, make undead bane arrows, which is actually more fun. Oh. And he was 2-shot. As you can see, these arrows actually do drop. Even from when you kill them. Now sometimes they don't drop. Sometimes they just stay there. And I swear I think I still have one that's over here. Yeah, it should be like right there. Huh. That was actually the one I had. It was down here. Can I get that one? See, this one I shot about 4 days ago. Minecraft days. So yeah, they stay permanently in my world, and that's probably going to become an issue. I don't like when that happens. That's kind of annoying. Slash, that might become a problem soon. Because I don't know if that's going to stay as an entity, which I think it probably does, actually. Let's see. Does it take up an entity slot? Entity 8. Man, I can't tell. Entity 2. Entity 1. Entity 2. Okay, this does take up an entity slot, so I need to stop shooting these arrows, unfortunately. That's kind of a bad thing if they stay permanently. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. If you like what you're watching, subscribe. If not, oh well. Have a good day. See you next time.